Now, I don't know if you guys remember all the way back to 2015, but it was a time before the PS4 Pro, before the PS4 Slim, and before Nintendo were doing crazy things like mini Nintendo NES consoles. And in 2015, Sony was celebrating the 20th anniversary of the PS1. And to celebrate this, they released a PS4 that was themed in PlayStation 1 colors. And to say the absolute very least, this anniversary edition of the PS4 set the internet on fire, and it was in extremely high demand and was a very desirable product. And unfortunately for you and I, being average gamers who have limited cash, we missed out. And that's 100% due to Sony only manufacturing 12,300 units. And if you missed out on the retail version, which sold at $5.99, then it was a case of tough titties, because nobody can afford the astronomical amounts that these systems sold for on eBay. But let's fast forward back to present day. So the guys over at Colorware, and for those of you who do not know what Colorware is, they basically paint shit and resell it, and I'll have a link for them down below in the description. Now, Colorware have recently painted 25 PS4 Pros in PlayStation 1 colors. Now, I imagine they've done this for obvious reasons. You just have to look at how fast the 20th anniversary edition sold out and the astronomical amounts it sold for. And unfortunately, the 25 units have already sold out, and they sold out in a heartbeat. Now, for those of you, including myself, who would have loved a system that's themed in PlayStation 1 colors, there seems to be a pretty good glimmer of hope. Now, all the articles that I've read for this retro limited edition PS4 Pro by Colorware, they all state that the system had an initial run of 25 units and that it's now sold out, and that everybody has their fingers crossed that Colorware will do another run. Now, I've been to Colorware's website, and the first thing you notice about their product page is that everything that is actually sold out has a big red sold out flag on it. And when you look at the PS4 Pro, there's no sold out flag. Now, they have two offerings for the PlayStation 4 in PlayStation 1 themed colors. They have a Slim version and a Pro version. Now, when you view the Pro version, it states that the first 25 units will be marked with 1 to 25. And obviously those 25 are long gone, at least according to all the reports and articles anyway. However, I actually made an account with Colorware and I ran one of these PS4 Pros through the payment process. And there was nothing that indicated the system was sold out. There was no red flags that popped up saying it was unavailable. So it appears to be back in stock at the same retail price of $8.99 US. I know it's going to cost you a pretty penny if you want one. However, if you want one, they seem to be available, so go over and have a look. Now, here comes my thought and opinion. There seems to be a lot of demand and want for these retro paint job or mini form factor systems. We saw that with the PlayStation 4 Anniversary Edition, and we're seeing it now with the mini Nintendo NES. But my whole point is, rather than letting some third-party company pull their rake out and profiting on a simple paint job on one of your systems, get back on it, Sony. Give it a crack. We know there's a market for it. People are prepared to pay through the eyes for these systems. Look at the 20th anniversary PlayStation 4. Look at the mini Nintendo NES. Look at what it's going for on eBay. Sure, you don't have to bring it to the mass market, but have a much larger run of a retro-themed PlayStation 4 system, or even give us a micro mini PlayStation 1 like Nintendo are doing with the mini Nintendo NES. That would be fucking awesome. I was talking about this with a mate yesterday. How effing cool would it be to have a mini PS1? Yes, they're already pretty small, but imagine how much smaller they could get in 2017, much like we're seeing now with the mini Nintendo NES. Now, this is what I would like to see. Personally, I'm not saying it's a good idea and it may not suit you at all. But personally, I would love to see a mini PS1 that ran on some kind of custom mini CD. So rather than taking the mini Nintendo route where you have 30 classic titles remastered in HD on the system itself, I'd love to see with a PS1 mini, a bunch of titles that are remastered on CD in HD in my local game shop, where I could just buy the titles as I go, and perhaps Sony could even slowly increase the library over a few years. But the point is, how freaking cool would it be to have these mini PS1 games in their mini boxes with their mini cover art sitting on your shelf in your collection? Personally, I froth at the mouth over the idea. I understand it has issues. People don't want to rebuy their PS1 collection again or have the inconvenience of having to buy more physical media. We live in a digital world. But let me know what you think and want down below, guys. What do you want? Do you want a mini PS1? Would you like an even slimmer PS4? Or do you want some other crazy paint jobs? Let me know what you want and think down below. And as always guys, please remember to rate, comment and subscribe. My name's Sully, this is One Guy's Opinion, and we're gonna talk in the next video.